Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You know what? As we are in the middle of the summer, a lot of people out there trying to figure out what they're going to be doing for a career as they graduated a couple of months ago there. And University of Houston, great school, great part of this city. And in fact, two of my kids graduated from there and are very happy with what they received. And I'm an alumni myself. I didn't finish my graduate work there, but I began my graduate work there, and I'm a big fan of the university. And then we, of course, have our Price of Business contributor, Jason Granlund, and he's with a company called Career Stage. And before you introduce your guest, who is with the University of Houston, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your company and how people can get more information?
Well, Career Stage is about trying to help recent college graduates from all across Texas gain access to particularly small to medium-sized employers through a variety of programs that we operate. If any employers out there are interested in considering recent graduates, they should visit our website, careerstage.com.
Absolutely. And your guest?
My guest is Lauren Moore from the University of Houston's Career Center. Lauren is in charge of convincing employers to come to campus and hire students and recent college graduates.
Very good. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Kind of give us an overview of what exactly you do for the university.
I'm the Employer Relations Coordinator, and I try to recruit employers to come to campus and hire University of Houston students, new grads, and alums as well.
What kind of trends are you seeing now in the job market for recent grads? Is it getting better?
Absolutely. Things are getting better. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There are new companies that are moving into Houston every day. I read the Houston Business Journal and read good things all the time.
What about job postings? Are job postings up at the Career Center?
Absolutely. Job postings are up. We're seeing more attendance at career fairs.
Yep.
We have more not only employers, but as students and alumni that actually attend the career fairs as well.
So the dark days are maybe over,
I believe
are about to be over.
I wanted to ask specifically, is there things that the University of Houston does to differentiate yourself from some of the other programs out there to help college grads?
My office is university-wide, so we cover all graduates, all majors, all classifications. There are some colleges there on campus that have their own career services, and they recruit just their own majors. So I guess the way we are different is that we are decentralized and that we do reach out to all majors and all classifications.
Good. Jason?
What types of programs do you specifically offer to an employer that's interested in hiring grads or students?
We do have a number of services that we offer to employers. We have online job posting opportunities, Job Bank and Job Scan. We also have Resume Bank that's available. We have on-campus recruitment that's available for employers, career fairs. We have a number of services that we can offer to employers and are welcoming to looking at other options and alternatives to helping university students be introduced to these employers.
How do you typically begin that engagement with business owners and companies?
They typically call us, and I have a conversation with them, find out a little bit more about what they're looking for in terms of a graduate, if they're looking for someone with a degree, if they're looking for someone with experience, if it's a temporary job. I just kind of ask them those kind of questions to find out exactly what they're looking for in terms of an employee. People call us for part-time, seasonal, full-time internships. So it could be any number of things that the employer is actually looking for. So that's how I start the conversation, is just asking them what they are looking for.
Mm-hmm. So what is the typical U of H grad? What kind of person is that these days? Is it your stereotypical 22-year-old with no previous work experience, or is there something different?
Actually not. The average age of the University of Houston student is 24. And the ethnicity is, of course, the first is going to be Caucasian, but second after that is going to be Hispanic, and then the third after that is going to be the Asian American. So we have a very diverse campus. We have students that represent 130 different countries, and after the United States, we have China, India, and Vietnam. So I think a lot of people aren't aware of the diversity that University of Houston campus has.
Yeah, actually it's ranked, nationally ranked as among the most diverse campuses in the United States.
It is.
In fact, I think it's ranked number one by a couple of those. And so, yeah, it's okay. You don't need to look it up. But, yeah, I know that many of these organizations have ranked it typically in the top 5 for its diversity, which I think is phenomenal.
Exactly. We also are designated as a Hispanic organization and also for Asian Americans as well.
Yeah, very good.
There's a lot of diversity in major there. I think a lot of people think certain things in terms of the majors that are at U of H. But what is the biggest major now in terms of where you're graduating the most number of students?
The college that offers the most degrees is our College of Liberal Arts and Social Science. I think most people think of University of Houston as being mostly engineering, business, but our College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences is our number one college that offers the most, graduates the most from their college. Mm-hmm. Second after that is Business Administration, and the third after that is our natural science and mathematics.
Right. And I would think of the liberal arts that a big player in that is education.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lots of education folks. So I think you're doing a lot more outreach towards alumni. I heard something about that recently. So, if an employer is coming to campus, it's again more diverse than just the typical what you think of when you think recent college graduate. So what's going on with alumni programs?
The alumni program is really taking off. We have just recently hired a new assistant director for alumni career services, and he is very energetic. He's very proactive, and he's doing a lot of outreach to the alumni, not just those who belong to the Alumni Association, but those who are alumni of the University of Houston generally.
And you're doing specific events that really attract a lot of alumni these
days.
We
have been having alumni-only career fairs that have been very successful. We've had huge student turnout or alumni turnout as well as employer turnout as well. In fact, this last career fair that we had 66 employers that were there, and we had a waiting list of employers who wanted to attend.
Wow. So like 66 was your limit for that particular event. Are you looking at bigger venues in the future for doing these?
Yes, we absolutely are.
And I think what a lot of people don't realize is some of these events are really affordable, too. I mean, I went to an event that was alumni only last month, I think it was. Time flies, but it was like $150 to go.
Very reasonable compared to some of the other career fairs.
Compare that to the fees that you might pay to try to hire someone.
Wow, That is affordable. $150 to be one of the employees.
Yeah, for a booth.
Wow, that's incredible.
And you're exposed to, hundreds of not just stereotypical recent graduates, what you think when you think U of H, lots of people that have been out for years that are coming to these events.
Wow, that's fantastic. I love that. $150, you got to think about it. Obviously, your primary objective is to try to help get these people hired, which is awesome.
Great. Yes. In fact, this last career fair that we had, the employers were very complimentary of the talent pool that was actually there at the career fair.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you provide any sort of consulting to employers that are like, we're not sure if a recent graduate would be appropriate for this position? Can you help us to determine, how you could help us, what you can use us for, how we can utilize the Career Center?
Yes, like I said, our assistant director for Alumni Career Services, he meets one-on-one with not only alumni but with employers to talk to them specifically about what they're looking for in terms of alumni.
And can employers contact you, too, directly?
Yes, please do. Call me, and I will be glad to talk to any employer about what we have to offer and find out how we can help them in terms of recruiting our students who are either new grads or are looking for seasonal work or part-time work. I'll be glad to talk to anyone who would be willing to give me a call, and we can discuss their situation.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got to wrap it up with this about a minute left. I do want to mention it is ranked number one, according to what I just read from U.S. News and World Reports. And so in terms of diversity, which I think is phenomenal. Career Stage, which is Jason's company, awesome company, doing a great job of helping young people. And it has such an incredible passion and vision for helping those young people. Careerstage.com. And then, of course, University of Houston, UH.edu. That's UH.edu. And you want to get that number one more time?
The actual website for our career services is www.career.uh.edu. And the phone number for our office is 713-743-5100. And they can ask for me or anyone who would be able to help them with employer questions.
Great guest, great interview. Great job, Jason. Want to wrap it up with a final thought?
Well, I just think that the Career Centers offer so much, amazing levels of service for employers. So if you're thinking about hiring recent graduates, reach out to people like Lauren. They really do love what they do.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. That interview went fast because it was great content, but we'll have more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here, it shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.